Anytime I speak, I'm not just speaking words, I'm speaking fire, and fire has no friend. The devil will always fight your thinking pattern because he knows that wherever your mind goes to is where you get.
Listen and be blessed.
Yes, you are welcome. I know that you have had a time to contemplate on the day one of our of this class. Now, today we want to look at a very interesting doctrine of success, which I title "Go for Honey." It's connected to the first, just like this particular class is going to be connected to the next class. Now, for you to assume self-leadership, there are some conclusions that you will come up with. There are some revelation. There are some insights that you will come up with, which I call honey. I want to quote a scripture in Matthew chapter 10, verse 35. Now, Jesus was speaking there. He said, I have come to set a man at variance with his father. And I've also come to set a daughter against the mother, and a daughter-in-law against the mother-in-law. Now, Jesus, he was not talking about quarrel or fighting or rancor. It's a secret of success that we must embrace. That secret is called the secret of enlightenment. It puts you in critical position against what has been before you arrive. Now, honey signifies a unique insight, what I call a special insight. For you to succeed, you must discover a special insight. There's a law that states that every business, marriage, or anyone comes to a point where he succeeds and begins to fail, or the things that he learned begin to fail. So there's a point to get to, all that you know is as if it is not working. Why is it failing? It's because you have not gotten the honey, that special insight. That insight is a provocative one. It provokes you. It makes you restless. It's a revolutionary insight. It turns you into a force. It turns you into a renegade. It turns you into a crusader. You can no longer be at ease anymore. Now, this insight is what is also a game-changing insight. It will change the field around you. It becomes a new rule. You have discovered a new rule to succeed. It spurs you to become focused. You become disciplined. This special insight makes you hard, just like the man who gave his servants talents. That unproductive servant said, I knew that you are a hard man. Now, a hard man simply means a man that does not take excuse. There is a special insight that you get, and you see failure as something that is not permitted. Now, do you know that in tough times there are people who still succeed? You can succeed in tough times, in tough places. Maybe you are in a workplace, in your marriage, in your business. No matter how tough it is, there's a special insight that makes you to succeed effortlessly. There are people who succeed even in this economy. No matter how tough it is, they still succeed. They still break through effortlessly. And one of the reasons why they do this is because they have discovered a unique insight. Now, let me ask you, have you discovered that unique insight? I want to use a man called Jonathan. And I quote the scripture in 1 Samuel chapter 14, verse 1 to 2. Now, Jonathan took his armor bearer and 600 men when the Philistines laid siege on Israel. Now, his father was not ready. The scripture said that he did not tell his father. He did not tell his father. And he left that place and he got to a place where nobody knew that he had gone. Now, what Jonathan was actually working with was a unique insight. There is what you will discover that will be very far from what you have learned before. It will be an improvement of what you have learned before, and it will be in a critical position to what you have ever been taught. Now, what this means is that you have discovered something that is unique to you. You have discovered a tailor-made solution to the challenges that face you. Many of us use weapons that are not fashioned for us. You are unique, and everybody who you have learned from is unique in their own ways. You cannot use another man's weapon to win your battles. Just like David, there was no sword in Israel, and the best thing the Israelite could do was to use what the Goliath was using, which was a sword. But David said, no, I am unique. He discovered something that is tailor-made, something that is unique to him. Now, you have learned a lot of things about how to succeed. You have been taught. You have gone to so many master class, PhD, masters. You have gone for all kinds of upgrading of in your field. But you have there is something still missing. And that thing missing is because you have not discovered a solution that is unique to you. A tailor-made solution that if those who taught you hear what you are applying, they will caution you against it. Now, hear this. Your survivor is in your difference. Until you discover your uniqueness, until you discover your difference, you may never be able to survive in life. You must discover the secrets that is unique to you. Now, let's look at a man called Esau. Esau was placed in a precarious position, and the father had only one blessing for him. In Genesis chapter 22, verse 27, verse 40, the father told him, by your sword you will live. By your sword, not with another man's sword. You must forge out a sword by yourself. You must forge your own weapon. You must forge your own pattern. You must forge your own solution. Else, you will get to a point where all the things you have learned can no longer take you beyond. So go for knowledge now. Go for honey. Jonathan got honey, and the scriptures tells us that his eyes were
enlightened. So watch out for the next. I'm going to show you how to sustain this special insight, because it's not just getting this special insight. There is one key. I'm going to share it with you in the next class. Till then, stay well.